Yeah, we're in the Mechaber still over here. So the Mechaber had said, on this page 117, that if you're not able to put them on simultaneously, if you're not able to put them on immediately, one after another, so you should wear Rashi's Tefillin through Kriya Shema and Shemon Esrei. V'yu olav b'shas Kriya Shema, Kriya Shema u'Tefillah, v'achat Tefillah, yonichsha Rabbeinu Tam lo bracha. And after Shemon Esrei, you put on Rabbeinu Tam Tefillin without a bracha. V'yukam Shema Boyim Shema. You say Kriya Shema. You say, but only the first two parshas. Shema Boyim Shema. Mishna Berura. V'achat Tefillah. Hainu kadin hamvor le'el b'simcha face. If you move low, keilu shechotz to the Rashi, mechim Rabbeinu Tam tekev lacha kedusha shel Shemon Esrei. This is important. Right? You look around there, some people put on Rabbeinu Tam's tefillin. It's not like those that they do off the tefillin kedusha and middle chazor sashatz they put on tefillin Rabbeinu Tam because it's achat tefillah. Bemis will you hear this? After Shemon Esrei, after chazor sashatz. He says, "V'lo ke'elu chotzim tefillin Rashi, mnichem Rabbeinu Tam teich lacha kedusha shel Shemon Esrei. Bemis will vachosim shlo kedin. Hamvor le'el simcha face if you gimel gam tzorch l'chab b'tefillah shutches lashatz." He says you have to pay attention to the chazor sashatz. If you're distracted, taking off the tefillin, you're not paying attention. Lo lasok b'davar acher. Shema Boyim Shemoah. And what do you say with tefillin Rabbeinu Tam? The two parshas in Kriya Shema. Avol ein tzorch parshas tzitzis. Right? What do you say Kriya Shema with tefillin? Because otherwise the Gemara says you're made a sheker. You're offering false testimony. So only the first and second parsha have relevance to tefillin. Parsha tzitzis we say because the Zechel Tzitz Mitzrayim has no relevance to tefillin. Ki chashosha d'shem heirei du sheker. Kvar tikin b'shtei parshas, by saying the first two paragraphs, that's sufficient. I'm prepared mashmi nei t'chein yesh linog haminiach tefillin Rabbeinu Tam. He says that's the correct way to conduct yourself. Only to say the first two parshas, not tzitzis. She'enechenu rak lach shesilik the Rashi uposh mishaloveish kol hayom tefillin. Here. He says, this is where he's citing the going, what I mentioned from Chaim Volozhna. He says, "Uposhet the Mishalovesh kol hayom tefillin." Person who wears tefillin throughout the day, shenochen yosei shilbash tefillin Rashi. He's not saying you shouldn't put on Rabbeinu Tam tefillin. He says, you have a question, person who wears tefillin all day, which tefillin should you wear all day? Rashi's tefillin or Rabbeinu Tam tefillin? He says it should be Rashi tefillin. Because Rashi is the primary position, Rashi and the Rambam. He's not saying... Wait, he's not saying you shouldn't put on Rabbeinu Tam for the few moments. But he's saying, but if you're going to wear tefillin all day, the tefillin you should wear should be Rashi and not Rabbeinu Tam.
Why did he ask the question about the Vilna Gaon? I understand that you wear tefillin all day, so this is not for you, but for me. Given that what you just said over here. Why couldn't the Vilna Gaon take it off for 2 minutes and put on the Rabbeinu Tam, 4 o'clock in the afternoon?
Because the Vilna Gaon never took off his tefillin, Rashi.
But
He's not. These people take it off once in a while.
So that's not the way I understood.
But it is. That's what the Vilna Gaon never took off the
You're talking
tefillin.
about someone who never wears tefillin all day.
The person who's going to wear tefillin
All day. So then I don't understand.
it wasn't on the level of the Vilna Gaon never. The Rishonim say there's a person who's called Torah Subnoso. Torah Subnoso. After the time of Rishonim, there's no longer Torah Subnoso. The Torah is the equivalent of your profession. What does that mean? Just as a person who's a professional, he doesn't waste a moment. He doesn't take out time during his work time for anything other than what he does. Identically, your commitment to Torah is you don't waste a moment. So the Forshim say that ended at the time of the Rishonim. After the time of Rishonim, Torah Subnoso didn't exist anymore. That was the degree of what? Of commitment of the Rishonim. Afterwards, it wasn't, the level of dedication and commitment wasn't the same. Torah Subnoso. The Vilna Gaon was Torah Subnoso. Of course, the Chaim Volozhna says that the Gaon was the equivalent of the Rashba in terms of his greatness. It's okay, so therefore, someone else would take off his tefillin. Just as he interrupted his Torah study for other things, so they would take off the tefillin. You take off the tefillin, you have the moment you put on Rabbeinu Tam. The Vilna Gaon didn't waste a moment, literally not a moment. As a result of that, He's the Torah Naso, therefore he wasn't permitted. That's why he predicated his question to differentiate between himself and his Rebbe.
If one says, I'm going to take 2 minutes to fulfill the possible mitzvah of Rabbeinu Tam, why does one ever think that is wasting time?
Not wasting time. You have not permitted. You're not permitted. Let me ask you a question. The halacha is you're only permitted to interrupt your Torah study if a mitzvah presents itself which cannot be delegated to a third body. And if a mitzvah presents itself, it could be. Well, I'm not wasting their time, so I might as well do it. And you're not permitted to do it. You're not permitted to interrupt your Torah study. Right? See, we're not saying you're wasting your time, but it's a question of value versus value. Torah is the overriding factor. You're not permitted to interrupt Torah study. So if we're talking about Tefillin Rashi, Tefillin Rabbeinu Tam, and there isn't a moment that you don't wear it, and because you're never distracted, so you're not permitted to take off Tefillin Rashi versus Tefillin Rabbeinu Tam. Okay. So the moment he finishes, he goes back to Rashi. He doesn't go do Rabbeinu Tam. We're not saying it's a waste of time. It's just the question of which has greater value. Yeah, that's it.
Just take it right off.
Sure, that's what they do. I mean, the people who put it on after Chazor Sashatz, they put them on, say the two parshas, maybe they say Tehillim, because once they're wearing it, but then they take it off immediately. We have before. Mishna Berura says, you're not permitted to answer even Amin Yeshbi Rabba between Tefillin Shal Yad and Tefillin Shal Rosh. Wait. No, whether you say bracha or not say bracha doesn't make a difference. So only you say Amin Yeshbi Rabba between Shal Yad and Shal Rosh. Only Amin Yeshbi Rabba, nothing else.
But normally you can't.
Normally you can't.
So why is that?
Why is that?
Why? And then Rabbeinu Tam, can you do the same thing?
So the Mishna Berura says, but Rabbeinu Tam, even during the year, you're not supposed to interrupt either. Between the Shal Yad and Shal Rosh. But for Amin Yeshbi Rabba Kedusha, you do. For Rabbeinu Tam, between Shal Yad and Shal Rosh. What?
One's not making a bracha.
One doesn't say bracha. Has nothing to do with bracha. You're not supposed to be mafsing through Shal Yad and Shal Rosh. You're not supposed to interrupt between Shal Yad and Shal Rosh. Because it's one mitzvah, you don't separate between the two of them. Because Amin Yeshbi Rabba has special value.
But I'm saying when we put on Tefillin now, a regular Rashi Tefillin, you can't say Amin Yeshbi Rabba.
But because we're saying a bracha.
So
The bracha, that's because we're saying a bracha, because it would cause you to say another bracha on the Shal Rosh. If you interrupt the Shal Yad Shal Rosh, then you have to say two brachas on the Shal Rosh. But other than the bracha, if it's anything less than Amin Yeshbi Rabba, you're not permitted to interrupt even if you're not saying the bracha. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The Mechaber had said that when you put on Rashi and Rabbeinu Tam, you should have in mind that the second pair, that the one which is Ali b'dehilchso, the one which halachically I have to wear, I have in mind to fulfill my obligation. And the second pair of tefillin, he says, is kurtzus malm, it's like more just leather straps. Okay? So the question is why? It's the same as, of course, otherwise the question about Tosif. If you value the second pair no less than the first pair, you're wearing two pairs of tefillin, like you're inventing a new mitzvah. Page 160 Be'er Aloha. I'm Magravram Shekosov Davka Bazeh. That you have in mind, the second pair of tefillin are considered the equivalent of leather straps, but let's say you're wearing two kosher pair of tefillin simultaneously. Not Rabbeinu Tam tefillin, two Rashi tefillin. Over al Baltosif. You're in violation of Baltosif, because you're only supposed to do one pair of tefillin, not two. Masham B'Sanhedrin, Peitestim Osa Od Bais Echod V'Nicho Gabeit Hadal Batim Hai Luchudei Koi Hainu Shekosu Parsha Cheres Lo Shaychi Klal L'Tefillin. I'm Prima Gorim. Shabir de lavdavka parsha acheres hu adin im kosa parsha achas bidal parshis nichum baisahu hay luchudei koi vad luchudei koi. Okay, we'll leave this for tomorrow to spare halacha.
Well, you see it there for a second. You're putting on a tefillin without a bracha, and you're wrapping on the tefillin. You still have some manners only between the yad and the rib.
The moment you make that first turn, you can't speak any longer. Even for me and Shemir Rabbah.
What do you mean?
You said the bracha on the shel yad?
Saying the bracha, and you're putting it on,
Yeah.
wrapping it on, and someone says,
You're not answer anything. You're not permitted to answer.
Stop putting it on your arm.
You're not permitted to answer.
I thought you could say,
No.
Oh, I understand.
No, under no circumstance. Only Chol Hamoed.
So it's saying,
Chol Hamoed, because you didn't say a bracha.
Right, so even as you're putting it on your arm, you can say,
Only Omen Yishmin Rabbah.
Right, but even as you're putting
Right,
it on,
right,
not
correct.
just between the rows.
Correct. Well, it has to be secure. It's on your arm enough that it's secure.
Right. Once it's secure, you could add.
Right, correct.
So it's not because it's because you could interrupt his
No, said the Sir, you could interrupt. Yishmin, you could. But if it will cause you to say another bracha, then you should not. You shouldn't interrupt. What's the law if you speak between the shel yad and the shel rosh? You have to say two brachas on the shel rosh.
Okay.
So you're causing you have to say another bracha.
Okay.
So Chol Hamoed, where you don't say any bracha. So if it has only the value Yishmin Rabbah, then you can interrupt.
But someone should still not interrupt.
What?
Someone should still not interrupt regardless of what he's saying.
Even for Amen. Even for Amen.
There's no bracha.
There's no bracha. Okay.